An ambulance theft leading to a crash, a robbery on Craft Street, and a woman being carjacked at gunpoint.
That and much more on your APSU-TV News. Welcome back to your APSU-TV News. I'm Breanna Franklin.
And I'm London Jones.
A Nashville man is accused of stealing an ambulance and hitting 2 cars with it before he was caught. WZTV reports 45-year-old Gary Mabry took the ambulance from TriStar Summit Hospital in Hemorrhage on Saturday, September 30th before noon, with lights and sirens activated. Metro Nashville and Mount Juliet police officers were able to track the stolen ambulance through its GPS as it traveled into Wilson County and then back into Davidson County. The driver is accused of hitting 2 cars, causing minor injuries to 1 driver along the way before finally being stopped. Mabry is currently in the Davidson County Jail and will be charged for vehicle theft of $250,000, trespassing, resisting arrest, evading arrest, and reckless driving. The Clarksville Police Department is investigating a burglary that occurred on September 21st, 2023 at approximately 9 p.m. At Craft Street, Muffler, and Larry's Nursery. A male broke into both businesses and security cameras captured an image of the suspect. The Clarksville Police Department is asking for the public's assistance in identifying the suspect. See attached photos. Anyone with information or additional video footage is asked to please contact Detective Dilsaver at 931-648-0656. A scary crime was caught on camera outside a vape shop in Nashville. Metro Police told WSMV-TV a carjacking was captured on surveillance footage last night around 10:30 p.m. at night. A woman was approached by 2 men and held at gunpoint before being left stranded without her car. WSMV-TV reports Paige Orick was leaving the vape shop store on Nelsonville Pike in Nashville. The video shows she was entering the driver's side of the vehicle when a man approached. Orick was on her way to pick up her husband's coworker, but as she entered her car and began closing the door, she felt a hand and then saw a gun. 2 men asked her to leave everything, including her phone and wallet. Orick went back inside the vape shop to call the police and track her phone. The police said she was driving a 2014 Nissan Rogue with the Tennessee tag number 32RH77. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police.
A 12-year-old boy is facing charges after police say he threatened his classmates at DuPont Tyler Middle School. Metro Police tell WKRN-TV another student tipped off authorities saying the 7th grader said he would bring a gun to commit a mass shooting at the school. The student has been charged in juvenile court with making a threat of mass violence and false reporting. Tennessee lawmakers have proposed a bill to increase the punishment for threats to commit mass shootings. Currently, it's a Class A misdemeanor to make such a threat. The bill would add Class E felony for a general threat of mass violence and a Class D felony if that threat is targeted somewhere specific, like a place of worship, school, government building. The misdemeanor carries a punishment of about a year or less in jail and a fine of $2,500 or less. The Class D felony carries between 2 to 12 years in jail and a potential fine of $5,000 or less. A 14-year-old Richview Middle School student is expected to be okay after he was hit by a vehicle while crossing the street Tuesday morning. The crash happened around 7:15 a.m. as the student was crossing Richview Road. Clarksville police reported the boy crossed Richview Road at the DeWitt Drive as traffic was at a crawling pace. A vehicle was traveling slowly down the continuous left lane turn toward the entrance to the Crow Recreation Center when the student ran out into the roadway. Investigators believe the passenger's side view mirror of the SUV clipped the student, who received minor injuries. He was treated at the scene by Montgomery County Emergency Medical Services before he was taken to the Sango Emergency Room as a precaution. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information or additional video footage is asked to please contact Fact Investigator Creighton at 931-648-0656, extension 55367. Clarksville police said where the boy crossed the street was not the location of a crosswalk or a crossing guard.
Clarksville police are still searching for answers in a shooting outside a local night spot. Investigators say it happened at the Enquire Bar and Lounge on Riverside Drive early on September 30th. The person hit in the stomach is in critical condition at Vanderbilt Medical Center. The shooting was not random. Newsbreak reports the individuals involved knew each other.
3 teenagers who are believed to be connected to a recent string of vehicle thefts in East Nashville are now in custody. Metro Police say the teens aged 15, 16, and 17 are accused of stealing and breaking into multiple cars, mainly in the area of Lenore Street in East Nashville, on the week of September 11th. Detectives say 5 of the 7 cars that were stolen were Hyundais. Last week, WKRN-TV spoke to one of the victims who said she believes the thefts were part of a social media trend on TikTok. Metro Police announced the 2 of the teens were arrested at home on Bonamore Drive on Monday. Meanwhile, another teen was taken into custody at Laverne Police. Each teen has been charged in juvenile court with 4 counts of motor vehicle theft and 1 count of gun theft.
Law enforcement officers in East Tennessee are remembering a sheriff deputy who was killed over the weekend. On Tuesday, a procession was held in Knoxville. Sam Luther has more.
I want to make it clear that Officer Blakely is a hero. He lived as a hero, and he died a hero.
A Powell High School graduate, Army veteran, and a heart for service.
He was passionate about what he was doing. He wanted to do this job.
Tucker Blakely was just 29 years old. Late Sunday night in West Knoxville, he was shot in the line of duty responding to a domestic call. He died at UT Medical Center the next day.
I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm hurt to know that we had somebody here want to take one of our officers' life.
Blakely leaves behind a wife and a 5-year-old son. He joined the Knox County Sheriff's Office back in 2021 and was in the process of a change of routine.
Tucker was on his last patrol detachment. He had just been selected to be a canine handler and had just picked up his dog.
Law enforcement from all over East Tennessee gathering for a prayer vigil, flashing their lights, showing support for a family and a department that needs it.
It's hit home, and it's tough on everybody right now.
We will be back with the political corner after the break.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazmin Logan and welcome back to the Political Corner at APSU News. A big honor has been bestowed upon the City of Clarksville's Finance Department. The department has been awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. This is the 9th year in a row Clarksville's Financial Department has received this high honor from the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada, or GFOA for short. Mayor Joe Pitts spoke on the matter, saying that this accomplishment, quote, should give our taxpayers and all citizens supreme confidence that our finances are managed by one of the best teams in the country, end quote. Congressman George Santos' former campaign treasurer will plead guilty to an unknown felony in connection with the investigation against the congressman. Nancy Marks will make the plea next week. Santos alone is facing 13 federal indictments related to money laundering and falsifying an earlier financial disclosure given to Congress. Santos has pleaded not guilty to these charges and refuses to resign as a member of the House. The battle is now underway for a new Speaker of the House. Republicans who have announced bids are Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. Whoever wins will face the same dilemma that doomed Kevin McCarthy and plunged the House into chaos. Meanwhile, the 8 GOP lawmakers who sunk McCarthy are now facing retribution. CNN congressional correspondent Lauren Fox has the latest.
Anger and raw nerves plaguing the House GOP after the historic vote to oust former Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
I'm not surprised. Tensions and tempers have been running pretty high for the last 9 months.
Allies of McCarthy are seeking retribution from the 8 Republican rebels who voted against him.
I think it was done for narcissistic, for selfish reasons, for fundraising reasons.
They delivered a not-so-veiled threat to cease all fundraising for Republican Representative Nancy Mace ahead of the vote. In return, Mace says she's fundraising off her decision to sink McCarthy.
I'm taking it from all sides right now, and because of the threats that I've been receiving over the last couple of weeks, it finally reached a point last night where I was like, you know what, I'm going to let people that know that I need help.
Now, some are even threatening to try and have them removed from the Republican conference.
I don't see how they can really be part of a conference when they they come on the inside, listen to what's going on, and go outside and lob bombs in the middle.
The very people who are blaming the 8 who voted against Kevin McCarthy are the same people who have held up this process so that we don't get to the point where we pass a budget, pass appropriations bills, and deal with the huge spending.
McCarthy, too, is seeking revenge against Democrats for not throwing him a lifeline during the vote. 2 Republican sources tell CNN he was behind the move to kick former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and former Majority Leader Steny Hoyer out of their unofficial office spaces near the House floor.
Rather than than being petty and silly, and throwing Nancy Pelosi out of her office, I mean, how does that contribute to civility up here?
Even though Republicans are bitterly divided, the race to elect the next speaker is in full swing. 2 leading contenders for the role are emerging, including House Republican Majority Leader Steve Scalise and Representative Jim Jordan. Scalise was shot in 2017 at a baseball practice ahead of a congressional charity game that left him in critical condition. In August, Scalise revealed he was diagnosed with blood cancer.
He's Leader Scalise. He's a good friend. I've had great conversations with him, with Jim, with Kevin, other people. We're working hard. We're going to unite.
House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan was one of the co-founders of the Conservative Freedom Caucus and is a close ally of former President Trump.
I think we're a conservative center-right party. I think I'm the guy who can help unite that.
Lawyers for former President Donald Trump are requesting that U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon postpone the classified documents trial until after next year's presidential election. The current date for the trial is May 20th of next year. Trump's defense team insists they need at least until mid-November of 2024 due to scheduling conflicts and delays in reviewing the classified documents cited in the prosecution's case against Trump. The prosecution in this case suggests Trump's defense team has been seeking unreasonable delays for the trial. A decision has yet to be made. The newscast and the weather will be back after this short break.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
After you joined our family, it was like
I really do feel complete now.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama?
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Thank you for sticking with us for the weather. I'm Dekylan Fields. As we take for our current national temperature for today, as we look at Seattle, 62, Los Angeles, 87, Denver, 52. And as we take a look at Dallas right here, 82, Chicago, 60, Atlanta, 80, and New York, 71. And as we look at for today's highs in Tennessee, as we're going to check Knoxville first at 75, Chattanooga at 72, Nashville, 77, Clarksville, 77, and Memphis, 78. As we look at for today's lows, we're going to look at Knoxville, 62, Chattanooga, 63, Nashville, 56, and Clarksville, 53. And as we take a look at Memphis, 59. And as we look at for the current temperature of the day, the current temperature of the day is 76 with a 5-mile winds. And as we look at for tonight is going to be 53 with a 10-mile winds with 0 precipitation. And as we look at for the 5-day forecast, the 5-day forecast is high of 77 and a low of 53. Saturday, tomorrow, is going to be 64 with a low of 44. And as we take a look at Sunday is going to be 67 as the high and 42 as the low. Monday is going to be 71 as the high and 50 as the low. Tuesday, 71 and the low is going to be 45. And that's all for the weather for today. I'm Dekylan Fields, and stick around for the sports broadcast.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org. Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Welcome back, Govs, to All Things Austin Peay Sports. I'm Maddalyn Stubblefield. It is hard to believe that we are halfway through the semester. Not only is it halfway for our school, but our fall sports are nearing prime time of the season as well. Let's get into the action we saw this week, as it is an exciting time here in Stashville. It is not our first time mentioning the success of both of our golf teams, and it will not be our last either. The men and women's golf team earlier this week did not disappoint Austin Peay. Both teams came home with the first and second place standings in tournaments this week. Our men had a break last week, but this week they were at home for the APSU Intercollegiate Tournament. After taking a break, the tournament came back to Clarksville to host it for the 22nd year. The home turf came to the advantage for the Govs as they finished the tournament in second place, only behind the first place team, Morehead State, by only 3 shots. The second round of the tournament allowed the Govs to claim this title in the first round by shooting a 3 over 291. But then in the second round, they had a 10 under 278, which was the best round of the day by any of the teams. Let's now get into the players that made this happen. You saw some of the glimpses earlier, but we had 3 Govs that finished in the top 5. First up is Reese Brett, who finished in second place only by 3 shots behind the first place finisher, who was from Bellarmine. Brett shot an even par of 72 in the first round, but rose to the occasion in the second round by gaining a 6 under 66, which was the best round of the whole tournament. Next up is Seth Smith, who tied for third place. His first round score was the best for the Govs as he held a 1 under 71 and finished with an overall score of 4 under 140. Last but not least to mention was Payne Elkins. Congratulations, guys. We look forward to seeing your season wrap up next weekend for the Xavier Invitational. Don't forget, we still have to mention our women who took home first place in the Southern Illinois Invitational. This win makes it to the 3rd straight tournament win as they had a 41-shot victory over Stephen F. Austin. Not only did we bring home a first place, a lot of things were accomplished. So let's get into it. The first thing was that they received the 7th best score in APSU history of an 18 over 882 to finish the tournament. Erica Scott is a name you should be getting used to as she earned her 2nd straight individual medalist honor with a score of 4 under 212, as you saw. This win made Scott gain her 3rd individual medalist of her career, which allowed her to pass Taylor Dedman. Maggie Glass also helped out the Govs as she came in 2nd place, only 4 shots behind her teammate Scott. Glass had a 54-hole score of 216, which is the best of her career, but also makes her tied for 9th place in program history for the best round. Congratulations, ladies. Your success does not go unnoticed, and we cannot wait to see what you do next weekend in Arkansas. We have mentioned a lot of success this week here in Stashville, and it is not going to stop here. We have continued to see strides in our football team, as last Saturday they had a dominating win against Lindenwood from Missouri of 52-10. It is hard to pinpoint certain plays throughout the game because there was so much success thrown our way in this blowout. As soon as the whistle blew for the kickoff, the Govs ran for 84 yards. This allowed the Govs to do what they love, which is set the tone against their opponent. The defense also set the pace as they earned interceptions on 3 of Lindenwood's first 4 drives as Javon Young, Michael Rutland Jr., and Benji Johnson picked off a pass. Multiple plays just kept rolling for the Govs as they picks turned into a touchdown. The momentum would allow them to go into the half, leading 35-3. After the half, the Lions tried to put on pressure, but it would not be enough for us as we finished the game with 690 offensive yards. This allows them to earn the 3rd best offensive performance in program history. Not only did the Govs create the achievement, quarterback Mike DeLillo was named the Tennessee Sports Writers Association Offensive Player of the Week on Tuesday. The Govs will look to relax as they have their bye week this week and will be back at Forterra Stadium next Saturday against Gardner-Webb. As mentioned last week with the women's tennis team, grad student Jana Letter was the first student athlete in program history to represent Austin Peay at the Intercollegiate Tennis Association Women's All-American Championship. That's a mouthful. Not only was she the first to represent us, she was also the first to earn a victory. We are so proud of you. Speaking of being proud, we are also proud of our ladies as they won 12 matches at the UCA Fall Tournament. We had 5 single match wins with one Gov, Denise Toralba, claiming 2 wins of the day. Congratulations, good luck Monday and Tuesday. Now on to our men's team. They did not play this week or last weekend, but they will look to start strong after coming off almost a month break as they play today and Saturday. Good luck, guys. Wishing you the best of luck. Our Govs volleyball team has used their new and improved home court advantage, as we talked about last week, to earn a win last Saturday against Jacksonville. The Govs had an exciting close win of 3-2 as the two teams went back and forth for all of the sets. Like the women's golf team, the women's volleyball team also had some achievements that would allow them to earn the win. First accomplishment is that this team's 115 points in a match makes them tied for the second most in program history, which allows them to trail by little, as the record is only 119 for a 5-set match. Now onto the players that made this a reality. To start was Anna Rita, who had a career high of 8 blocks, which makes her tied for the 4th most in a 5-game set in program history. Then Carly Graham led with 5.769 hitting percentage, which is the second best mark in program history. Last but not least to mention, as always, is Michaela Powell, who led the team with 14 kills. Congratulations, ladies. We wish you the best of luck with your home court success as they stay here in Clarksville today and tomorrow to take on Bellarmine in Eastern Kentucky. That's all the time we have this week for all things Austin Peay Sports here in Stashville. Just a reminder to go out and support your Govs. A schedule of all the athletic teams can be found on the Let's Go Peay social media and website. Have a great week, and like always, I am Maddalyn Stubblefield saying let's go Peay.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzing overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Now for some news to brighten your day or fill your calendar. You can get mac and cheese any way you like it at the Nashville Mac and Cheese Festival. It's Saturday at the First Horizon Park. The event will have food trucks and food vendors serving different takes on mac and cheese. It will also contain sections of craft beers, wines, and cider samples. For more information about the event, you can go onto Facebook and look up Nashville Mac and Cheese Festival.
Enjoy some spooky tales tonight at the Wade Warren Nature Center. The center is hosting spooky stories around the campfire from 6 until 7. This immersive storytelling experience will feature urban legends, myths, and ghost stories from our local area, brought to life in our outdoor amphitheater in sounds, costume, and ambient surroundings from the local woods. Join us for an evening of spooky stories around the campfire at the Rotary Park Amphitheater. The area's haunted history will be told, followed by making s'mores. This is a family-friendly event. However, the stories are suited for those 4 years or older. Please use your best judgment. We will meet at the amphitheater. Please make sure you register for each person attending so we have enough supplies. S'mores are on a first-come, first-served basis. Registration is required. You can find the registration link on the events tab of the Clarksville Now website.
That's all we have time for today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching your APSU TV News Update. And as always, let's go Peay!